not too much paparazzi.
Okay.
I followed you.
Today's gonna get worse. I'm not gonna give you the statement and you tell me why. I'm gonna give you the hypothesis, you tell me the conclusion, and then you also tell me why. So you're gonna have to add more to this today. You probably did not know how to do 26 and 29, and that's okay. You were not supposed to be able to do either of those because we haven't learned that yet.
Wait, what did I say?
We're gonna learn it today. I don't know. Don't say it yet. Don't say it.
I didn't know what I said either.
It sounded right.
The one yes.
Oh?
Yeah, that's not wrong first.
Which ones could I talk about?
26.
You don't have your paper out. I'll talk about 26 today.
Okay, what?
What's the what? You can, of course, abbreviate a lot of these. You don't have to write out the word definition. You can write def.
Oh,
Yes.
when it says if BC is congruent to CD, then C is a midpoint of DD. And there's another one that says the converse of that, and then
Okay, so what it said at the top of your paper was that all of these are called biconditionals. The original is true and the converse is true. You see it says definitions are biconditionals. Does it mean the definition can work two ways? But which one are you, you're saying it has,
like on the worksheets number 10,
yeah,
14, like those.
yeah.
Oh, wait, wrong one.
So, but it's still the same answer for both of them, right? 11 and 14? Yeah, definition of midpoint. Because the original is true and the converse is true, and the answer is the same for both of them. But that's a good observation, that 11 and 14 are converses of each other, if you notice that. But they still have the same answer. Okay? Moving on to today's lesson?
Yeah.
Let's move on, give you more time to do your homework. What does Cpctc mean? Try to say that 5 times fast. Cpctc, Cpctc, Cpctc. Cpctc. All right. So no shouting out answers. We're gonna play Hangman real quick. I will call your name and you can say a letter, but let's not shout out any answers. If you think you have it, you can just raise your hand and I'll come check. You need to have your best friend out. This is your best friend for this unit. Get him out. Get your best friend out. They should go everywhere with you. Go everywhere and do everything with you. Go to number 40. And when you think you know the answer, write it down next to number 40. When you think you know it, write it down. Okay. Uphinder, give me a letter, not a vowel. What? B. Well, I guess I should draw ahead. This is really a horrible game. Okay. Alyssa.
S.
S. I'm horrible at spelling. I'm a math teacher. I'm going to do my best. Okay. Don't say anything yet. If you think you have a guess, you can write it down. I'll come check it. Shane, give me a letter. Oh, BS, huh?
You pointed that out.
D. Okay, now it's BSC. Okay. Let me know when you have a full answer. Miley, give me a letter, consonant. G. Does anyone feel like they have a full answer on their page?
Oh, you're coming to me?
Oh, I didn't write it.
I got it.
Why don't we say it out loud?
Well, I don't know how to spell.
Ding, 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 ding.
I know.
I think I know.
Ding, 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 ding.
You're welcome, man.
What's it? I think I know it.
Ding, ding, ding.
Oh. I'm looking past you.
Yes. Oh, look, all you needed was 4 letters. Yes, there's an S right there, but yes. Very good. Okay, that's my last one I'm checking. Okay, and I check you because you raised your hand right after. Yes. Okay, stop me. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Say it loud.
Corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent.
Yes. Corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. Would you like to write that every time that's the answer? No. Instead, you get to write Cpctc. That's what you get to write. Corresponding parts of, you don't have to write the word those. Congruent triangles are congruent. So that's what you need to write next to number 40, so that you know that's what it means. Really, what this is saying is that if you have proven the triangles congruent, like you have already proven them congruent, they're guilty. Bong, they're guilty, okay? Verdict was guilty. Then you can go even further and you can say, okay, now that they're guilty, every piece of this triangle is congruent to his corresponding piece in this triangle. So even though only 3 things are marked, side, angle, side, even though only 3 of them are marked, everything from this triangle matches everything from this triangle. Maybe that makes sense. It'll make more sense when we do stuff with it. So we are using this. This is to be used after proving the triangles congruent. We use this after we prove them congruent. After we prove them congruent. That's when we use it. So, example number 1. If you would like to take notes, you're welcome to get them out. Is angle B congruent to angle E? So, before today, you would say no, they're not congruent because they don't have arcs on them. See, empty, empty, and you'd say I can't assume because they don't have arcs. But today, what we're saying is, if I can prove these guilty of being congruent, I can go even further and I can say that more things are congruent than are marked. More. Additional. Okay? So, how we're going to answer questions like this, the answer's right here behind these little blocks. I will model this one and then I'll let you do the next 2. So here's how you start it. First, you say that they're congruent. So, triangle Bach is congruent to triangle Edif.
Buck.
By, then you say why. By what? What does it say behind here?
Why?
By
Side.
side angle side. Very good, Jocelyn. By side angle side. Therefore, does anyone know how to write therefore in math language?
Arrow.
That means then. The arrow means then. 3 dots. This means therefore. Might be new to you, but now you know. Therefore, angle B is congruent to angle E by
Cpctc.
Cpctc. So that is the sentence that you would write to answer this question. Got it? What did we do first? The triangles are congruent. Then we said why. Therefore, the angles are congruent by Cpctc. Okay. Okay, holding on.
Is that 3 dots? Is that like...
It means therefore. In real proofs, like mathematicians doing real proofs, they use that. It means therefore.
What about 4 dots? Does that mean something?
What is?
That means you're done with the proof. It's like a period to the proof, the 4 dots.
Oh, there you go.
Okay?
Yeah.
Alright, write the correct sentence to this example. Find somewhere to write it. In your notes, at the bottom of your best friend, wherever you can find. Write the sentence exactly like I did.
triangle
You can name the triangle however you want, whichever order you would like.
we left a try.
You can call it triangle cab, or triangle back, or triangle buka.
You want to do that again?
Everyone should be writing a sentence. Rodolfo, tell me what to write for the first half of my sentence. Rodolfo sits right there. What? Oh, she's spelling. Okay. Yes.
I would say that they're congruent because of.
Well, wait, don't you say they.
Alright.
Who's they? Triangle. Triangle BAC is congruent to. Yes, you did the right order. Very good. BDC. If you started yours different, yours will look different. He started with BAC, so that was, he followed it with the correct order. Okay? By.
By SSS.
Very good. Stop. Very good. By. Side, side,
Oh, I
side.
did it wrong.
Therefore, Hannah.
Hold on, sorry. Therefore,
What are we trying to prove? What are we trying to answer?
angle one,
Therefore.
one and two. Oh, by Cpctc.
Yay! There's our sentence. The triangles are congruent by side, side, side. Therefore, the angles are congruent by Cpctc. Last one of this nature. I just meant to say it that way because it's not the last one of the day, but it's the last one like this.
Well, poop.
I was like,
Well, poop. That's a bad word in our house.
What? What?
The girls think it's funny to say poop. And so I had to make it a bad word because they keep saying it and giggling all the time.
What if they like go to first grade and go like?
When I was little,
That's fine
Wait,
by
so
me.
what do you do?
They go to timeout. They suck it.
You know what word was funny to me when I was little?
What?
My uncle, okay, so you know how slug bugs have like that black thing on the front sometimes? Called a bra.
It's called a
bra.
bra?
That's what it's called.
Oh, interesting.
Well, I asked him what that was, and he was like, "It's a bra for its tatas." And I thought that was funny for like 7 years.
Oh, man. Okay, Bailey, can you start me off? Are you ready yet? Okay. I'll give you another minute. We got distracted about poop and tata. Yeah. Oh my God. It is what it is. I don't
It's okay.
hate it. Can you give me the first half, Bailey?
Triangle ABC.
BADC, BDC, very good. Yes, side, angle, side, very good. By, side, angle, side. Therefore, Jalissa. Perfect. She said it so quietly you might not have heard, but that's what she said, Cpctc. Very good. Oops, not a comma, period. Any questions? Okay. Oh, wait, just a second.
Oh my God.
I gotta go get Miss T Rapper. She's over here.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so I need you to give me a beat. Like this.
Can we take a picture of mine? Can we take a picture?
Give me a beat. Sure. I woke up this morning not feeling like I should. The doctor said it's not good. Something has happened to me. I came down with Cpctc. Doc said when your triangles became identical, your corresponding parts measured equal. I said the corresponding parts were the same. Congruent triangles were to blame. The bad news is Cpctc is contagious. The good news is you can use it to be courageous. always enough. Cpctc is the next device. You'll hear Miss Tanton give that advice. The test for Cpctc is to examine the geometry. Congruent triangles is the start. Cpctc is the very next part. To find the cure for the Cpct blues, wait for non-congruent triangles to hit the news. Doctors have no pills for my Cpctc ills. Maybe that's the best I can do as a suburban white girl, sorry. Okay. Alright, so that's the Cpctc rap. I wish I would have made that up. I didn't. Someone else did. I didn't memorize it. I was reading it. No. Okay, so now we're going to draw and support conclusions. Alright, so we've got 2, 4, 6 examples. Let's get through 6 examples and then you can work on your homework. So I have a picture and I have a given. I've got a given. Today you have to come up with what does that mean, what's the conclusion, and then tell me why we're allowed to assume that. So, given, point D is the midpoint of AC. What do we know? Point D is the midpoint. Yeah, when you put tick marks on your picture, what are you saying? This segment is congruent to this segment. So let's write it down. So our conclusion is segment AD is congruent to segment DC. And from yesterday, what's the reason why? We already learned this yesterday. Definition of midpoint. Very good. So we're just going a little bit further than what we did yesterday. Okay, next one. BD bisects angle ABC. Kate, conclusion.
Dude, I'm just so coughed.
I'm so
know.
Mike, what do you think?
Angle ABD is congruent to angle ABC.
The order doesn't matter when you're naming an angle, just a triangle. So very good. If this angle has gotten cut in half, well then this half better be congruent to that half. That's the conclusion of when something is bisected. You get 2 equal halves. And the reason why, Kate?
Definition of bisector.
Yes, but be a little bit more specific. Definition of blank bisector.
Angle bisector.
Angle bisector. There you go. See, you don't need your little best friend. You know this in your head. Definition of angle bisector. Okay? Let's try another one. Given BD is perpendicular to AC. Rodney, tell me the conclusion. Sean, are you memorizing the card order?
After Jalissa was me for like
A really long time. Okay.
I sound like you're being.
I never called Chaz name.
Shh. Yes, you did. Never.
What were you looking at whenever you said that? You're like, you never did.
First half is like, no idea.
I really don't know.
Just watch it. Just this part. I'll just.
It's not.
Rodney, you got an answer? No. What does it mean when 2 things are perpendicular? This is perpendicular to this. What do you know? What would you, oh, let me rephrase that. What would you add to your picture if I said those are perpendicular? Hey, I'm not so worried. What? Yeah, so I'd add a right angle. So you don't need to be perfect, guys. What does that mean? Let's just write it down what we did. What does that mean? Angle BDA and angle BDC are, ooh, that's not art, are A-R-E, are right angles. That's the answer. They're right angles. If perpendicular, then right angle. If perpendicular, then right angle. That's actually the y. If perpendicular, then right angle. What number is that? We did that yesterday. That's number 33. So if you've got perpendicular lines, then you have right angles. So that's your conclusion. My conclusion is right angles, and my y is if perpendicular, then right angles. Given segment BD bisects segment AC. Madison's absent. Hubble.
Definition of segment horizontal.
Well, I need a conclusion first.
Oh, okay.
What can I conclude?
BD is perpendicular to AC.
No, because it just bisects it. That doesn't mean it's perpendicular. It can bisect it sideways.
D is the midpoint of AC.
Oh, yes, but that wasn't what I was looking for. You had the right Y.
Okay.
So what would you add to your picture? If I said BD bisects AC, what would you add to your picture? What would you add to your picture? We did this on the warm-up. The tick marks. What are you really saying when you put a tick mark there and a tick mark there? What are you saying?
That AD is equal to, AD is equal to DC.
Congruent to
Yeah.
DC. Very good. And conclusion, the Y?
It's the, wait,
You already said it.
yeah, definition of segment bisector.
Of segment bisector. Two more. Can we do two more? Can you stay with me? Two more.
We can do 5 more.
Oh, thanks.
And then you answer all of them.
Okay, next one. Look at the board. Given AB is congruent to BC. There's actually two correct conclusions. Julie, give me one of them. You knew it had to be soon. Okay, look. AB is congruent to BC. Give me a conclusion. You know a conclusion.
Wait, what? Oh, well, can you just like flip the letters?
No, like, tell me, what do you know about this triangle, Julie? There's a conclusion.
That's just what you put.
That is one of the two answers that I'm looking for. Triangle ABC is isosceles. And Kylie, what was the Y? I thought you were saying it.
Oh, yeah, definition of isosceles.
Definition of isosceles. This is not hard. This is not hard at all. Who has the other one? What do you think?
BAC equals,
Oh, just use one letter.
A is congruent to C.
This is another good answer. Are you watching? Angle A is congruent to angle C. And what's the Y? Did you find the Y on your sheet? It is number, where is it? 41. You see number 41? If sides congruent, then op angles congruent. I was trying to abbreviate as much as I could. If two sides are congruent of a triangle, then the angles opposite are congruent. That's number 41, right? Yes. Okay. Are we okay with those two correct answers? Okay.
So
Last one of the day.
that was like on a quiz or like a test. If we put either or, would it?
Yes. Yes, they'd both be right.
What about 44 and 45?
44 versus 45. Oh, we never learned the common angle theorem or the common segment theorem. We didn't really learn those.
Are we going to use this on the test?
No, you're going to use your brain on the test. You don't need that. Okay, given AB is parallel to CD. Chris is not here. Kendall, what do you think? You are doing the Y. I still need the conclusion. Where would you add arcs, Kendall? Where would you add them?
1 and 2.
Perfect. So by adding arcs here, what are you communicating? You're communicating the angle 1
Is congruent to
That's what you're saying. Very good. Angle 1 is congruent to angle 2. And the reason, change your reason a little bit.
Alternate interior angles are
Ding, ding, ding. So the why is if parallel, then alternate interior angles are congruent. Okay? Okay. I'm going